and gentlemen, my name is Zachary Nolan. Welcome back. Sorry for the late upload. I planned to do it last night, but just ran low on time. We got home from the game, and it was a little later than I thought. So first off, big shout out to everyone who I ran into at the game. I was doing a school project where I had to ask people their opinions on the upcoming playoffs, and a little bit of a spoiler alert, but mostly everyone wanted the Minnesota Wild, which does not surprise me. However, it was very interesting to see the stark, definite answers. Big shout also to Jake and Carol, who said hi to me again. That was very nice. Really do appreciate that. And a big shout out to everyone else who I ran into there. Honestly, it was a very good um, it was great, honestly. It was a great game. Jets win 3-1 over the St. Louis Blues. They snapped their 12-game winning streak, I want to say. Yes, they used their backup goalie, but still, it was a win nonetheless. So, in terms of how the game went, Winnipeg Jets in the first period really did control play. They were outshooting them about a rate of I believe 9-3. No scoring though in the first, but I think the opportunities were there, and the strategy seemed to be a lot of high to low shots, deflections, and screens in front of the net. I think that's an effective strategy against most teams. Against St. Louis, they had mixed results, but they hounded them all night. They kept the St. Louis Blues to 15 shots only the entirety of the game, and controlled play for long stretches. The second period would open the scoring for the Winnipeg Jets. Morgan Barron gets a breakaway and scores. A semi-breakaway, I'd say, from like hash marks in, kind of on a little bit off to the side. Puts it over the pad of Joel. Hopefully we get 1-0 reaction here.
This is the last guy I want to have a breakaway.
And then, the Jets would keep momentum and they would pressure. However, Pavel Buchnevich on a one-timer in front of the net would score off the post and in to make it 1-1 reaction here. And that would be the score heading into the third period. For the rest of the second, though, I'd say the Jets got good looks. I believe both teams got power plays, but no one was able to convert on them. The Jets obviously severely shorthanded. Nikolai Ehlers was a game-time decision. Gabe Vilardi is still injured, and so is Neil Pionk. And despite that, the Jets didn't look out of stride at all. Also, Rasmus Kupari on concussion protocol. The Jets looked strong out there. I think everyone pulled their weight, and everyone showed a very high competitiveness level. Also, Colin Miller was out of the lineup, so the third pairing was just Hayden Fleury and Logan Stanley. And despite that, I'd say those guys stepped up tonight. It was a full round performance. So going into the third period, what time is it?
Moose Watch!
So it's Moose Watch. So the Manitoba Moose season is nearly over. Kieran Walton has signed his entry-level contract, as we covered in a former video, but he's also signed an amateur tryout deal to allow him to join the Manitoba Moose and end the season with the team to get himself some reps in, which is nice. The same way that Connor Levis last year signed an amateur tryout to join the Manitoba Moose after his team was knocked out of the playoffs. In terms of the expectation of the Manitoba Moose, just have fun. I want them. They're absolutely shattered with injuries. There's like 5 injuries in the lineup, which is why they're using a lot of amateur tryouts and pro tryout deals. Curious to see what that coincides for next year. But we'll see. We'll see when we get to it. Also, let's go into the third period now. The Winnipeg Jets end up taking the lead in the third period. Alex Iafallo scores to make a 2-1 reaction here.
Got it back. They got it back. They got it back. Yeah! Oh! Alex Iafallo!
An amazing second effort, and also Kyle Connor, just calm as can be under pressure to stick handle around the defenders there to open up a shooting lane to make it 2-1. We would keep going, and the Jets would just completely grind this game to a halt for the St. Louis Blues. The Jets would command play in the Blues' end, and they would completely shut them down offensively. That would be until the Blues would get a couple momentum with the net empty, but they would not be able to get through. Also, Brandon Tanev had in a hell of a game, threw a massive check on Nick Leddy in the first period, and then also blocked a howitzer of a shot in the third period off the back of his head, it looked like. Would then be buzzing around the ice like a bat out of hell. He also took a shot in the back of the leg, which was hellacious. Jets would be able to finally get the clear, and Adam Lowry would ice this game to make it 3-1. Jets pick up their 53rd win of the season. 53rd or 54th. It's a new record high for the Winnipeg Jets, and they put some separation on the Dallas Stars, who now have to really outperform this Winnipeg Jets team on the way out. But we'll see. We will see. There's no guaranteed playoff matchups yet. However, the Jets are possibly approaching history. 3 stars of the game. First star is going to go to number 36, Morgan Barron. Second star, Alex Iafallo. Third star, Brandon Tanev. Honorable mention, Connor Hellebuck. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and we will see you next time.
1-1, Nikolai Ehlers chips it through, gets around, and he shoots and scores!